Change Control Management, IT Support for Electronic Health Records for Meadowview Hospital, presented by Hannah Lowell. What is change control? Change control is the process through which updates to systems, procedures, and documentation goes through a specific cycle to accommodate the modification. In the medical health field, change control should follow a centralized process in order to ensure seamless integration of any updates made to electronic health records. Controls need to be in place to ensure updates are tested and implemented across practices within the medical center. Meadowview Hospital will implement a change control policy in light of a recent issue where nursing documentation change inadvertently impacted the respiratory team's charting capabilities. Change control policy. Meadowview Hospital will implement the following policy for change control. A central repository using SharePoint will be developed to house all change requests for systems used at Meadowview Hospital. Coordination of all changes will be overseen by a central project team. Meadowview Hospital will have a process by which testing is completed by all relevant departments impacted by the proposed updates. Central tests and regression test plans will be developed to ensure a wide variety of scenarios are captured and tested. A log of the results of all changes will be maintained to use and measure for effectiveness of security features and controls. Change control procedure. The following components will make up the change control procedure. A request will be initiated. There will be an assessment of the change, an approval process for the change, the plan and design phase, the testing phase, the implementation of the request, and closure of the project. And we'll cover each of these separate components in future slides. The first part of the change control process consists of the request. Someone will need to, who wants to initiate a request will go through an electronic systems change control form that will be called the Meadowview Hospital Change Request. The form will look like this, and it will be created by the initiating staff and be sent to a business analyst on the IT team for review. The form will consist of a requester's name, their department, and a description of the work that they're looking to achieve with the change request. Change control assessment. Meadowview Hospital ID department will review the request for feasibility and scope out the costs, if any. Meadowview Hospital IT will also prepare risk analysis evaluation. The business analyst and project manager will prepare a package of the request, including time frame, cost, and risk assessment for the change control meetings. Change control approval. The Meadowview Hospital Project Steering Committee will review and discuss the changes proposed. The request may be approved, delayed, or declined based on evaluation by the committee. Change control, plan and design. Once the change control is approved, the project manager will complete full scope and work with the design team as needed. All applications installed will be carefully documented. Any procedural documents will be reviewed and preparations made for updates and rollout to staff. Training needs will also be assessed and prioritized at this time. Coordinating testing amongst teams once the design phase is completed will be arranged. This includes any bedside systems, lab systems, and other intertwined cases at Meadowview Hospital to ensure that any flow-through processes are carefully assessed. Risk reduction, including system rollback plans, will be assessed and prepared in the event of failure after implementation. This way, if anything catastrophic happens during the implementation or any bugs are introduced, the system can immediately be backed out and restored to a previous state. Testing. A test control environment will be created with appropriate test cases for the scenario being analyzed. A robust test plan ensures regression testing has occurred across all systems to confirm that no changes or bugs were inadvertently introduced to other systems. Implementation. This is the system go live, and generally implementations are pushed out on a regular schedule. In the case of Meadowview Hospital, this will occur every Thursday as needed. Any documentation used or training should be concurrently scheduled and communicated to relevant teams. Closure. Reporting the success of the project and any glitches that occurred during the cycle of the project should be documented and reviewed during the change control meeting. Keeping reports of successes and failures will be beneficial to review and analyze for any future changes that are requested. This way, a log of any new test cases that should be presented in the future can be assured to be added to the test plan. Finally, the initiator of the request will be notified that the request has been migrated into production. Meadowview Hospital will implement regularly scheduled change control meetings. These will be held bi-weekly on Wednesdays at 4 p.m. A regular schedule will be sent out to all key stakeholders so that time is appropriately blocked off. If a key participant is unable to make the meeting, it is requested that a representative be sent in that person's place. If a key stakeholder is not available and there is no backup, implied approval is assumed. Communicating changes. Changes should be pre-communicated at staff meetings before the rollout actually occurs. Emails will also be leveraged to ensure communication is made to all users. Any training and end-user documentation should be updated and the update logged to show version history.